it's a lightweight tilt between raging Al Iaquinta and Paul Felder.
Hey there guys, my name's Connor from UK Game Bureau and welcome to our EA Sports UFC 3 simulation and prediction of Al Iaquinta vs Paul Felder. So this fight is taking place at UFC 223 and it's between Al Iaquinta and Paul Felder. Now Paul Felder is coming into this with a record of 15 wins and 3 losses, but 10 of those 15 wins come by knockout. Al Iaquinta on the other hand is coming into this fight with 13 wins, 3 losses and 1 draw, and 7 of his wins are by knockout. So as you can tell, both of these fighters come in and they have very similar records and they both have a high knockout rate. So first of all, we're going to take a bit of a more in-depth look at Al Iaquinta. He is currently on a 5-fight win streak and 4 of those came by knockout, with his most recent being a knockout win in the first round over Diego Sanchez back in April of last year. Now Iaquinta himself is a very established wrestler. He's very good offensively grappling, he's got very good positional sense as well and good ground and pound, but since he's been training with Ray Longo in New York, his hands have developed incredibly. He's a very good boxer and he has a lot of power behind those punches. If you just look at his knockout win over Diego Sanchez, it's absolutely vicious, just 1-2 combination, and he dropped one more to follow up and he was done. Before that, he also had a win over Jorge Masvidal, who you may know is now a welterweight, a very highly ranked welterweight. He also has wins over Ross Pearson, Joe Lozon and also Kevin Lee. So as you can tell, he has got a lot of good wins under his belt. He was also on season 15 of The Ultimate Fighter. He got to the final, but unfortunately for him, he lost by rear naked choke to Michael Chiesa. So what we can tell is that Al Iaquinta is a very good wrestler. That's his base, but he also has some heavy hands behind it. He's definitely more of a brawler. He likes to stand and bang, as they say. He likes to try and knock people out. But if he's losing that edge in the fight, he can definitely mix up with his takedowns and use his grappling and use his wrestling. So let's take more of an in-depth look at Paul Felder now. He is currently on a 3-fight win streak, all of those being by knockout or TKO, his most recent being over Charles Oliveira. Now Paul Felder is known as a very exciting fighter. He's very fun on the feet, he's always got that knockout threat, and he's very durable as well. If you look at his last fight with Charles Oliveira, Oliveira had him caught in a deep guillotine early in that round. He somehow fought out of it, and in the second round came back to actually knock him out with elbows on the ground. Now he actually knocked out Oliveira in a similar way to actually how he knocked out Stevie Ray back in July of last year as well. Both of those were on the ground with elbows. So as you may imagine, if he manages to take Al Iaquinta down and get on top of him, he is going to be raining down those elbows and try and make it 3 in a row. He also holds a win by spinning back fist over Danny Castillo. So as you can tell, he will also throw unorthodox strikes like a spinning back fist, and he does throw a lot of different kicks as well. So it's going to be very hard to predict exactly what Paul Felder is going to bring to the fight. Now this fight for me, it looks like a fight of a night contender. These are both 2 good strikers with power in their hands and their elbows and their kicks, and they both like to brawl, they both like to strike, and I think someone's going to get knocked out here. The X factor in this fight for me, which I think may make or break it, is activity. Al Iaquinta has not been very active. In fact, his last fight came in April of last year, but before that his last fight was April of 2015. So as you can tell, he's not been very active at all. He has a 5-fight win streak, but that is spanning actually over almost 4 years now. He has not been active at all. Paul Felder on the other hand, in the same time that Iaquinta has had 5 fights, he has actually had 10 fights. So he's coming into this fight with a lot more experience in the UFC under his belt and a lot more recent activity. For me, this fight is all about who can land big and who can land first. I think whoever lands the first big shot here is probably going to get the job done. When either of these guys hurt you, they don't tend to let you off the hook. Now we have seen Paul Felder completely be outclassed on the feet before by Edson Barboza, but Iaquinta is a different sort of challenge. He's not a pure stand-up striker. He is very boxing based with obviously his good grappling as well. I feel like if Iaquinta mixes in his grappling, he will be able to win this fight. And with him not being active recently, that might come to haunt him. I'm going to go with a Paul Felder 3rd round TKO win. I'm not too confident on this. It's going to be a very good fight. Either one could win it. Like I said, it depends on who lands that first shot. But I'm going to go with a Paul Felder 3rd round TKO win. I think he'll drop him something and then follow up some nasty elbows. So on our EA Sports UFC 3 simulation of Al Iaquinta vs Paul Felder, we had an Iaquinta knockout in the 3rd round, 40 seconds in. And if you're planning on watching this fight, let us know in the comments down below, either on YouTube, Facebook or Twitter, and let us know your prediction and we can see if anyone gets it right after the fight. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below, and as always, to see more videos coming soon, please subscribe to the channel.